In the heart of the Wild West, where the land gives life but takes it away just as fast, stand Jack and Emma Harper. Their farm is everything they have. The soil, the corn, the wooden barn. It's not just survival. It's their legacy. But tonight, as the sun sets over the dusty fields, a shadow crawls from the corn. Not coyotes, not bandits. Something far worse. A storm is coming. A rat storm. At first, it was just a rustle in the stalks. Then, hundreds of glowing eyes. A swarm of vermin, hungrier, bolder, and smarter than any bandit gang. They came for the crops. They came for the barn. They came for everything. This was no simple pest. This was a horde. A ruthless army of gnawing teeth and scratching claws. And for the Harpers, surrender was never an option. Jack Harper had faced coyotes before. He had stared down storms and drought, but never this. And so, together with Emma, the Harpers devised a plan. Traps built with sweat, rope, wood, and grit. Pits dug into the earth, nets tied with iron knots. Even an old revolver reforged into a trigger for their makeshift defenses. Against the cunning of the rats, the Harpers answered with ingenuity. But in every war, plans fail, and lessons are learned the hard way. The first trap worked. Rats tumbled into the pit, squealing in rage. But rats adapt. They gnawed through the ropes, tore the nets, and swarmed again. For every victory, the Harpers paid with blood and sweat. Emma knew they needed more, something bigger, something smarter. A maze of wood and grain, laced with bitter herbs from her garden. A labyrinth of death for the vermin, crafted under the pale light of the moon. And then, the night of reckoning. The rats came not as thieves, but as conquerors. A tide of fur and claws sweeping across the farm. The traps were ready. The Harpers were ready. One by one, the snares snapped shut. Pits collapsed. Bells rang. Powder flashed in bursts of fire. And at the heart of the storm, Emma's masterpiece roared to life. A spinning maelstrom of wood and steel, the rat tornado, swallowing the horde in chaos. But even in chaos, one remained. The leader. Larger, fiercer, smarter, with glowing eyes that burned in the dark. And yet, even it could not escape the rope and net. At last, the storm was broken. When dawn broke over the western sky, the Harpers' farm still stood. The cornfields swayed in the golden light. The barn, battered but unbroken. And in the silence of the morning, victory belonged to Jack and Emma. They had faced a storm of vermin, an army of shadows, and they had won. Not just with strength, but with wit, courage, and the unbreakable bond of two souls who refused to surrender. But the Wild West is never quiet for long. Out here, danger always rides on the horizon. Bandits, beasts, or worse. The land always tests those who call it home. The Harpers survived the rat storm. But their story? It's just beginning.